I don't remember exactly who it was, but one of you asked me this question in the comments a few weeks back. It was something like, how can I edit my videos to make them more interesting and funny? And that's a great question because I have a simple technique for that. And I'm talking about videos like this where I'm sitting here talking to you with some music in the background. A few simple tips and tricks. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to use music in a specific way, and it's not difficult. You can use pretty much any editing program as long as you can cut the music. That's really important. You have to be able to cut the music. This video is also sponsored by Artlist, so obviously I'm gonna use their music in this video, but not just because they sponsored this video. I've been using Artlist for a while now and I really like it. I'm actually using two services, but in the last couple of months I keep going back to Artlist for almost every video, especially when it comes to music. They have so many tracks that I like and that fit my music style. It's also music that you actually want to listen to, you know what I mean? I'd say go check it out. There's so much to discover, so many genres, so many artists. And you should always check out the music first before you subscribe, of course. But if you like the music in my videos, then go check out Artlist. Also because of their license, because not every creator needs the same license. It depends on who you're creating for, what you're creating for, what platform. The great thing about Artlist's license is that it's a universal, worldwide license. So you can use them for social media, YouTube, but also commercial work. And that might be a big deal for some of you. One license to rule them all. But anyway, guys, that's not what you're here for. You're here to learn something, right? So let me show you how I use their music in my videos. A few simple tricks and techniques to make your videos more interesting or funny. This is basic stuff, but it's still kind of tricky because it's partly subjective. I don't stick to one genre or one type of music. I think anything's possible as long as your song has the right mood. And also the music has to match the pace of your video, you know? Unless you want to go for some kind of goofy effect, then you can do opposites. So, for example, let's take a video like this, a tutorial video. Usually, one of my tutorial videos consists of the tutorial part where I explain everything. And then there's also the intro. For the tutorial, I always try to pick a music track that's laid back and relaxed, a chill beat, something like this. It's only there in the background as filling, you know, to keep the relaxed pace of the video. It shouldn't be too much in the foreground. It shouldn't be too, not visible, but hearable? No. Visible, but for sounds. Audible. It shouldn't be too audible. But anyway, so then we also have the intro, and the intro can be a lot of things. Sometimes it's a quick summary of the video, sometimes it's a funny intro that I do, and sometimes I just start talking about random things for a few minutes. But it's in those cases that you can get creative with the music. If you put a quirky or funny track underneath a funny intro, something like this. That's one that I've used before. It will feel a lot funnier and it makes your video more vibrant and lively and engaging. Now, the only thing you have to pay attention to is that the music you pick also has to match the style of your talking and maybe even your personality. If you're more introvert and quiet, then don't try to fake an extrovert personality by using an upbeat, quirky music track. It'll feel weird. Of course, you don't have to use funeral music. You can make it a little bit more upbeat, but try to find something in between. Definitely don't go for the over-the-top choice. This is a technique that I use a lot because it just works. It makes your videos more funny, in case you want to go for funny, or more interesting and engaging. So what I do, what a lot of YouTubers do actually, because it's kind of a trend, but that's fine. So what I do is, I stop the music whenever I say something funny. Wait, no, subjective. Let me rephrase that. I stop the music whenever I think that I'm saying something funny. And I'm probably doing it right now, but I don't know yet because I haven't edited the video yet. See what I did there? And you can use the same technique when you're explaining something and you say something important that you want to emphasize. An important point or a word or whatever, to emphasize something. And as you've probably noticed, if you want to emphasize it even more, you can do a little digital zoom to make it even more engaging. Don't exaggerate, okay? I think this is funny, but I don't do it all the time, because if you do this all the time, then you'll turn your videos into a cartoon. I use it very sporadically. So what I do sometimes is emphasize a gesture, a hand movement, or an expression with sound effects. For example, you're talking and talking and talking, and at some point you ask your audience something, and then you take a little pause as if you're expecting a response. Something like this. So, are you using music from Artlist? Are you? See my little winks there? That was not even funny probably, but you have to use it in the right context, right? I mean, whatever. I'm probably the only one who thinks that's funny. That's why I use it so sporadically. So, whatever. This is it. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Sorry I stopped the video so abruptly, but it's super hot here and I'm like, can you see that? How sweaty I am? Making YouTube videos is so damn hard. No, actually it's super fun. But yeah, you know, I'm in the attic here and summer started here in Belgium. It really started now. I think at the moment the temperature in the attic is getting close to 30, but in a few weeks I'm afraid it's gonna go up to 35 Celsius. And that's not as enjoyable as in the winter, you know? But what are you gonna do? Een beetje water drinken. Dat is het enige dat je kunt doen. Water van de prik en tik. Voilà. Hydrateren. See you in the next one.